Hey, it's Pete from Keep It Sharp. We're gonna do another Treyco video. I've been out in the new bus, my mobile bus, testing today. It's pouring rain. I had no appointments. I couldn't trying to get people to answer the phone and so forth was not working. So I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to do this. And what happened was when I put the Treyco in the bus, I knocked some things out of whack and didn't realize it because it wasn't real visible. And I was having trouble. What was happening was when I was sharpening clipper blades, they weren't testing very well. So then I found, the comb holder was essentially, let's get her down here. I know I'm doing this by hand. We're gonna put it on the tripod, but it was up this way too much. Put it back a couple times and got better results. So what today was, I said, I wonder how far back I can go, if it's gonna get better or not. And so I'll show you where and how I did that. And spoiler is, it didn't make it better. I ended up having to come back up, and I found a sweet spot, which was just about where I was before. And now it's cutting. I feel like maybe I should have used some other clipper blades. So what I'm going to do is the next groomer I sharpen for, I may mess around a little more, but I wanted to show you guys what I did, because I know people before were pretty happy, but I can show you kind of what I did there. I'm using a rub block. Boy, those things, I'll tell you, you watch some of those videos and they talk about how it should be like a smiley face on it. All I get is let's see if I can get one that's open. Yeah, here's a number 10 right here. So there we go. And right across the top of the comb teeth, I'm getting a shiny. When I'm at the sweet spot, what happens is I moved it back there. I got a little bit more shiny on the tips, but I cut worse. So I was chasing my tail for a while. This is where I stopped. I mean, I've been going 3-4 hours, and yeah, I don't know what the hell the deal is. It really frustrates me when these kind of things happen, because I'm a perfectionist. And so let me put it on the tripod. We'll at least talk about it. Some of the people that are new will get some ideas, a setup, and hopefully we'll help them. And we'll see. I haven't done a video in so long. I want to do something. This has been bothering me because of the accident that happened putting this in the van. What I did is I mailed in my disc to be resurfaced. Remember, I did the video saying I only did 383 blades, somewhere around 380, and I said the disc went bad. Now I'm wondering, was the disc bad, or was it the comb holder that was the screw up? And I could have gone further. So I'm on a new plate, and my counter messed up. I don't know if I've shown you guys. Yeah, right there. Sorry, there's my counter. As you see, it says 158 right now. Well, that's because I was up around 100. One day I came in the bus, I don't know what happened to it, but it was back to 0. So now I gotta guess again, but I'm around 258 right now. And then that's the other thing that sneaks up. It's like, oh my God, is the plate starting to go? And that's why my results today were a little frustrating. Let's hope not, okay? I don't think so. So the lard oil is working very well. I think it holds the grit so much better. I'm using 180-220 mix, and these are one of the alignments I think you really got to be careful with is this one here. So let's do it. Let me set you up on a tripod. Okay, so we're gonna start out here, and so you're supposed to have a number 10 on your comb holder. And remember, I went to a Treyco 2000 comb holder, which requires a, got it right here, So it's got these thickness gauges. So for, and I think you can see back here, there's the chart of what one to use. And pretty much everything from 40 up to a 7F. Yep, 7 or 7F is an 093. And you set that, I think we went over this, but you stick it on, let me get you a little closer. Make sure we're all seeing this fine. You set it essentially on those two magnets, set it down onto the plate. I like to go in the middle of the plate. Down there, I kind of make sure it's down there, and it's down there. Wait a minute. Ooh. Loosen these two side screws. They're a little butterfly, I forget what they call them. Those two set screws. Then you make sure you're down, those are down, and you tighten them back up. Boom, and you're set for the 093. Okay, you get rid of that. You put your number 10 on there. This one's, that's a test one. Bad one, so don't worry about it being kind of screwed up in the back. Okay, so there we are. So I wanted you guys to be dead on in the center. So what I've been doing is I'm using a metal square because it's got good flat edges. I'm setting this in here, yes, like that, bringing this down. And now I was trying, I don't know how good you can see it, but trying to line up this edge on the side. What I found was the best thing to do is just get the straight edge so it's straight. Let's see if we can do this. Boy, can you see it? Can you see it? Right down in here, so it's straight across all the teeth. Maybe what I should do here, I want to keep you guys dead center, try to keep you dead center. Got another 10 right here, okay? So that straight edge is going straight down the tree. So you see the straight edge touching here and over here. Of course, you're on here, so it's going to be there and there. Then you're getting a straight line, okay? So let's get that set. Here's the other thing that was frustrating was the other blade I had, there we go, gone there. Can you see it? Can you see it now? Alright, I'm right in the center, okay? And what I had done was slowly go back. So I essentially was like behind it a little, then maybe a little more back here. Like I said, I got a little more from the rub block shiny part, just so I'm trying to be super clear. But when you rub it on the rub block, you get the shiny right where the tips of the teeth are, but it went down a little bit, but I wasn't cutting the fur well. So now I'm back to this, which I'm calling my sweet spot, and I'm cutting way better, but my little shiny part is just towards the top of the teeth, coming down, boy, I don't know, a thousandth or two. It's not much, which that's why I worried, and I said maybe we can move this back and forth. Called the Edge Pro today, had a little talk with them. Of course, you get someone that's really good at this, they throw in other stuff that I find is confusing, but they're great people. So he didn't think, I don't know, the general, I'll just say I got something that I needed out of them. I came back in and I performed the test the way I wanted. So, and I was going to do this all with you guys, and I screwed up on the video. So I'm there. I'm maybe just a tick in front of, let's see if I can get you over top really good here. See that little divot in the middle of the shaft? I might be just a tad bit to the left of that. But that seems to be it now, and I don't know if you can see here. Well, once again, boy, I'm going to get better tripods and stuff, but Okay, I put some black marker on there, and I got some over here. So if it does do its movement before, I'll see. From all the testing I did, I pretty much wore those blades out, and I don't think I couldn't find another a 10 in the shop. So I would have liked to done more blades. I didn't want to start. I was sticking with the 10s and the 7s because those are ones that seem to creep up with problems first. So it seemed logical to do that. That's why I said I'm gonna have to kind of go with the next customer and see if it's not cutting. If it's not cutting good, which it did this time. And I threw a 7F wide blade in there, and I'm not going to include that because it's giving me fits. And that's the thing with the Treyco that I think we're all trying to get, figure out. So I don't know. Yeah, we're going to skip that but the regular size A5s were giving me, I'd like to say consistent results, but I don't know if it's really that. But I mean, I could see a difference in the rub pattern, difference in the cutting, and like I said, as I moved that up to this point, because it stopped cutting well, so I started going up. Now I kind of would like to go a little further and see, but remember that's where I started screwing up before, so it seems not logical to keep going that way. I'm thinking I found the sweet spot, let's stop. That's what I said, this is going to have to go over a couple more orders. So let me turn you around so I'm talking to you. That's where I'm at. I don't know if I confused you more or made it better, but these are the adjustments you're supposed to check. The other thing I checked, sorry about that, was maybe I should have brought this up because all these matter. This one here I think is the most important. Then making sure your arms are level. So what I do for that is I put this over the arm up close here, and I check the distance from the top of the bottom of the straight edge. So the straight edge to the plate, Then I go back over here and do the same thing and get them equal. Okay. Okay, and then the other one is that adjustment, is done right here. Okay, there's one here. There's an identical one back behind here. And that's, you can loosen that. That will go up and down to help you get that level. I've had people say that, maybe a torpedo level, and what I found was, like right now I'm in my driveway and there's a little tilt to it. So, rather than trying to chase a tilt, that's why I went with the two measurements. And I even found that in my garage when I actually checked the levelness of the table. I was off a little. So then I'm like, ooh, did I misalign it because I was compensating for that little bit of tilt that my table had. It's one I built. You try to get perfectly level, and I was off a little. So this seemed the most logical to me, measuring back here and up here. I kind of was tempted to measure it up front here and back here, and I didn't know if that would, we're all still working on this. Right now I'm doing close to it and over here. So if this section's level, my thought was it's probably going to follow through. So there we go, level on here. Your blade being right down the center. I'm like a tick to the left of that divot was where my sweet spot was. But if you're having issues, that's something you should check. I wanted with this testing today to have some definitive, hey, if you're right here is where you gotta be. The testing has to continue. So sorry for that. Just like today, so that plate that I mailed in, there was a delay getting it mailed out because I was broke because I put so much money into the bus. They just got it today, and I said, hey, I want it smooth on one side, because remember I said I wanted to try that. And the grooves that we have, I think we all have seen them and feel them. And she said it either has to be smooth or the ridge, you know, whatever. So I said to do it the regular way, because I only wanted one side flat, so if I find out that I don't like it, it doesn't work, what have you, I'm not messed up on two sides. So what I'm going to do though is this plate I'm using right here, this is a hollow flat. So I'm going to go and tell them make it smooth on both sides, regardless, on the hollow and the flat side, and do my practicing. So I know this is $200 a shot, so that's why I'm trying to be careful here. So anyhow, we're going to be getting that black back. We're going to have to wait for the whole flat test. I really think that's going to be a good thing, but I got to do it. I'm doing it the way I want to do it. So there's going to be some delay there. So well, here we are. If there's any Treyco gurus out there that are better than me, I'm sure there is, please comment if you think something I'm doing is wrong or not the best way, and I'll certainly try it. And others of you ask questions, because I am making a lot of customers happy. So it's not like I don't know what I'm doing here. I know sometimes I might portray that, but the point there is to show you I'm no different or any better than anyone else. I'm trying to give the best product I can all the time. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that really would help you here. There is one more adjustment, and it's how far these arms go in and out, and I think mine's off a tick there. That I don't think is like a big deal breaker or whatever, because it's only, I mean, on one side looks like it goes out just a tick, and my fear was I don't want to mess up all the other settings. I'm kind of getting, I've overcome the problem I had, and I'm kind of wanting to take it slow here. So there's where we are. Sorry I'm probably going long, and I can't think of anything else. If I do, I'll just have to dub that in at the end. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.